So I've always been a huge fan of hip hop. Whether it was watching beat boys break dance, looking at graffiti artists, tagging up buildings, passing by the highways and seeing it on the exit signs. Of course, my favorite part of hip hop, the music. Finding a cassette tape when I was around 8 or 9 years old. It was a rap group from the early 90s named DRS, and they had a hit single back then called Gangsta Lean. So I was introduced to hip hop at a very young age. They had a very melodic sound to that song. Something just brought me closer to that type of music by the way the sounds were on that song. I'd soon get introduced to 90s rap artists such as Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, DJ Quick, Tupac, the Notorious B.I.G., Master P, Cash Money Records. Over time, as music changed, the passion that I had for it would not, except for the fact that I just wanted to make the music now instead of just listening to it. So I bought my first drum machine when I was about 15 to 16 years old. This led me to start learning the game of music production. Started making about 3 to 4 beats a day, downloading different software programs from Reason and Fruity Loops. Started learning more about the game. I made so many beats that never even saw the light of day. As time went by, the early 2000s, after many years of creating beats and writing lyrics, I would meet many other local producers and rap artists in my area. As time went by again, I listened to new producers such as the Neptunes, Timbaland, The Alchemist. I remember when my favorite producer, Dr. Dre, dropped The Chronic 2001. When I heard that album, man, it was over. The game was shut down. At least for me it was. I was a huge Tupac fan at the time, and I still am. But at the time, that's when Death Row Records was running the game. That's when everything was around the West Coast. East Coast, West Coast beef. Unfortunately, we all know what happened with the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. My original dream and aspirations when I was young was to be a rapper, so I could tour the world and perform in front of millions and have them chanting my name and reciting my lyrics with me while I'm on stage. But after a certain amount of time, I would start to sway into the field of music production and engineering so I could still be around the music that I love and also do something that I love as a career and not just as a job. So I set out a plan to get into the music business by enrolling in school. I would love to create a song that is produced by 4 or 5 different producers from across the US that each represent their part of the country. The music video would have all the artists and producers in the process of creating the song, such as studio sessions, and them writing the song, interacting amongst each other, showing the different parts of their cities as they're singing their verse over the beat part of the producers that made that individual song that we're talking about here. So the viewer can see the hard work and creative process of what goes into the creation of a song. I would like to be inside the studio, outside the studio, the process of them writing the lyrics, whether they do write it on pen and pad or they do a freestyle and they do it off, their top of their dome, because many artists do actually record their music that way. A lot of them don't actually write it with the pen and the pad. I like to bring many artists who the world would never think could work together and have them collaborate. See, music has the power to heal, inspire, spread positivity, and make you feel good about yourself and others. My next goal in life is to create an outlet through music that will spark the mind of the next big dreamer to make a change in the world for the better through the power of music.